Thanks for joining us. The Minnesota State Patrol has identified a pedestrian struck and killed by a car in Plymouth. The crash happened just after 5:30 in the morning Monday on westbound Highway 55 near Revere Lane. According to the State Patrol, the pedestrian killed was an 83-year-old man from Nebraska. The circumstances surrounding the crash are unclear. The State Patrol says the driver remained at the scene and cooperated with the investigation. Maple Grove is now set to become home to a significant new development as the U.S. tries to ramp up innovations in biotechnology. A nonprofit called Biomade plans to transform an existing building near Highway 169 and Elm Creek Boulevard to serve as a large-scale test hub for biotech products. It will be a $130 million investment, with the state kicking in $50 million and the Department of Defense covering the rest. The new facility will help companies test their products before full-scale production using Minnesota-grown crops such as corn, soy, and sugar beets. The new facility is scheduled to open in 2027. State schools across Minnesota are bracing for tuition hikes for the 2026-2027 school year. North Hennepin Community College is one of them. In response to the State Board of Trustees' plan to balance Minnesota's budget, tuition is set to go up across the Minnesota state system. Student Affairs Vice President Julio Vargas Essex says North Hennepin is proposing a 5 to 7% one-time tuition increase. They'll know if that's accepted by May or June.
Recognizing that it will still be one of the most affordable options in the state of Minnesota, while at the same time still being able to provide the great services and resources that our students need to be successful.
Vargas Essex explained that increases will vary depending on each state school's decision. 1 in 7 children face hunger in Minnesota, according to the nonprofit Feeding America. But I learned about a local nonprofit that's working to drop that number by ensuring no kids go hungry over the weekend.
Okay.
In Minnesota, one thing is guaranteed.
And these 2 pens are for the jerk chicken.
2 meals a day for school-age kids during the week.
There you go.
Food insecurities are high, and the climate around us talking about higher food costs continuing to rise.
But Forest Elementary social worker Katie Kaysen knows the toll hunger can take, especially on the weekends.
When kids are hungry, it can definitely be a trigger for disengagement. It's hard to stay focused. It's hard to learn.
The nonprofit Every Meal is working to address that weekend food gap. It all starts in its Roseville warehouse with volunteers.
By intervening in the early years, we're setting them up more for success as they get older.
Volunteers Wendy Olson and Carrie Stroh
Housekeeping here.
pack up bags of 5 different types of meals, all color-coded by cultural preferences or situational needs.
And thumb, flip, boom.
Like this orange bag,
Down.
packed with food to make a meal for Latino diets.
Because they want the food to be nutritious, delicious, and relevant. And the relevant speaks to, culturally relevant so that they know how to prepare it, know how to use it.
The majority of these bags are prepped to go to schools, like Forest Elementary in Crystal.
Okay, you want to do one at a time, or?
That's where Chris Allen's set of volunteers come in. This group comes in on Fridays to drop off meals to any kid who signs up. No questions asked.
We don't want kids to go hungry. So that's the main reason.
The ladies roll their cart down the hallway and tuck bags into backpacks.
So now that's a green.
The drop-off is discreet, intentionally.
Okay, the next one's going to be yellow.
Those bags then go home to families. They feed about 4 people.
Okay, what have we got left? An orange?
And as the school's social worker, Kaysen says the weekend meals make a huge difference for these kids.
Being able to know that there's something there is just a safety, I think, that they feel. It's a different appreciation. It's a different gratitude.
Okay, there should be a purple.
Thanks to volunteers.
Oh, we did it.
Building that strong foundation behind the scenes. Every Meal is in 375 schools in Minnesota, most of them in the metro. They're always seeking volunteers for packing and distribution. We'll share how you can help at ccxmedia.org. Whether it's band, theater, or advocating for youth at the state capitol, this week's Standout student makes an impact in a number of different ways at her school. Today, Delane Cleveland introduces us to this well-rounded student who's making a difference as a sophomore at Champlin Park High School.
The school year may be winding down, but rehearsals for the spring concert are heating up. And these Champlin Park students are working tirelessly to make sure they sound as good as possible for their May concert.
Students come in, grab their instruments, get right to work, and get technically better, learn their own parts as well as those of the people around them so they can respond better as musicians.
Sophomore Janae Rupert is on the clarinet. She grew up around music and has made it part of her identity.
I've always felt a pull towards music just because, it's a language with no words.
This year, Janae channeled that passion to earn a spot on the state honor band.
And it was such a great experience being with the super high level band.
Not only was she selected for the group this year, but she was second chair. So out of all the 10th graders in the entire state of Minnesota, she was number 2, which is amazing.
But Janae isn't just all about the arts. She's also one of 36 students selected to serve on the Minnesota Youth Council, which advises the governor and state legislature.
I feel like there's a lot of decisions being made about youth in Minnesota, but they don't get a say in it, and which I feel is not exactly fair.
Ready and to go.
It's an impressive resume for someone who's only a sophomore. Her teachers have high hopes for her future.
She not only inspires me to be a better teacher, but she inspires her colleagues, her peers, and go after their passions as well.
At Champlin Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Janae has one more year of a 2-year term to serve on the Minnesota Youth Council.